Hey, I'm Jesse Cervantes with the Coffee Politic. It's time for a dose of political caffeine. Election fraud, election fraud. Yeah, here we go again. 2012 Republican primary, California. I'm mentioning this because California's coming up. There was a large amount of votes, specifically in Orange County, flipped by voter machine from particular candidates to Mitt Romney. And overall, it appears at over 1 million votes. So in the 2012 election, this was a big Republican issue. Now it's a big Democrat issue. We have to stop not caring when it happens to other people. If it's happening at all, it's a problem. So that's the mindset that we take from now on. And by the way, I think 54% in the last poll believe that there is fraud going on in the elections right now, and those numbers are climbing higher. So if you understand that there is rigging going on and fraud happening, you are now in the majority. And the people who haven't figured it out yet are in the minority. But if you need some convincing, very quickly, this is from a video. You may have seen it. And if you haven't seen the long-form version, please take a look. It's 12 minutes long. A guy testifying that he wrote the code in 2000 to rig the elections in Florida. He's testifying in 2004 about election fraud and coding errors with the machines in Ohio. Here's a documentary on HBO called Hacking Democracy, where they go into excruciating detail about the hacking of the voter machines. These machines are from 2000 or earlier. So even if you don't actually believe that there's fraud happening, you can at least acknowledge that you wouldn't use a laptop. You wouldn't use a phone from 16 years ago. So why would you put your votes into a machine and let that choose your free leader of the world? Here's from Princeton University, a short video where they show you how to hack a voting machine. Here's a guy named Greg Palast talking about the same issue. He's written on it extensively. This is from Larry King's Politicking show. Here's another really current in Chicago, just from April 22nd, just last week. 18 points flipped from Bernie to Hillary. Election fraud proven in Chicago. So this is happening. And here's a video I posted the other day. This gentleman is talking about it right here in New York about these same machines. Well, you've diagnosed the problem, but I'm looking for solutions. That's my Hillary Clinton impersonation. So what are we going to do about it? The National Election Defense Coalition, these are the people that are handling it right now, or trying to. All right, you probably don't know about this, but in just 2 weeks ago, they had a congressional hearing on voter suppression and election manipulation. I don't know if there's any media coverage of this at all, but this happened in Congress on April 21st of this year, and 9 representatives, here are the 9 right over here, stood up and spoke out. 9 people in the House of Representatives of 400 and some odd, and of all the senators, no senators showed up. But thank God we had these 9 people that were willing to stand up and do this. So I would like to suggest that any of you could go and find, especially if they're in your district or they're any of your people, write them a thank you note. I actually went to this guy Hank Johnson's page, Congressman Hank Johnson, and did write to him and say, thank you for speaking up against voter fraud and for disenfranchised voter on April 21st. Also, I agree with Elvira. Please consider Bernie Sanders for the upcoming convention. I see right above, Elvira wrote, please consider Bernie Sanders for the upcoming convention. So this guy must be a Hillary superdelegate. So, maybe you have another reason to write to him. I also noticed over here Elijah Cummings. He was a guy at March with Martin Luther King, and he said, I don't remember Bernie ever being there. So, maybe you're mad at this guy. Maybe you love him for that. Either way, he stood up. Along with the National Election Defense Coalition. Please, I implore you, follow them on Facebook. Follow them on Twitter. Look at Facebook. They have 504 likes. This is a national organization trying to save our democracy. And they have 504. It looks like the only people that like them are the people that were in this room that day. Follow the they are an organized national non-governmental organization, and they're fighting for us. So help empower them. Follow them. Know what's going on. Like their stuff. Look at what they're posting. Oh, look, this is the video I took. This is great. So, even that's up there. I also want to suggest open primaries. This is also a national organization. They're located specifically in New York. They had a big event I want to talk more about open primaries and specifically openprimaries.org and the New York closed primary, but I'll save that for another occasion. The main thing now is I implore you, find the National Election Defense Coalition. Find them on Facebook. Find them on Twitter. Thank them for what they're doing. I did. Thanks for sponsoring this vital event. My sincerest hope that next time you have 400 House members and 100 senators with you. They wrote back, we hope so too. And I hope you hope so too. All right, thank you. I'm Jesse Cervantes with the I'm Jesse Cervantes with the Coffee Politic. Wake up.